Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, have the prisoners begun their work for the day yet?
Yes, why?
Oh, nothing. I was just hoping we could hold a group therapy session. Touch therapy, to really get to know each other.
Believe me, I'd recommend other ways of getting to know these women.
You know, they've built their own special kind of world in here. One that they can understand and come to terms with. I felt like an intruder.
Well, they need someone to intrude. Make them take a damn good look at themselves.
What if they don't like what they see?
Well, it's the only way. An alcoholic has to admit to the sickness before he can be cured. Well, it's the same here. These women have to be made to look at their faults and eradicate them.
Yes, but they've got to learn to like themselves and to gain the motivation to want to take their place in the community.
It's no use mollycoddling.
Tea towels.
How's prison life treating you?
Not very often.
You're a Farah, aren't you?
Talk to me, friends. You can call me Farah.
You've been in here a long time, haven't you?
You could say that.
Doesn't it bother you?
What do you think? The food's terrible. They work us to death. I've had a bad back for 15 years and no bugger cares.
Well, is that all that worries you?
No. Me right shoulder's playing up and I'm constipated.
No, that's not what I mean. I'd like to know how you really feel about being incarcerated.
Eh?
Well, do you consider you being prepared to rejoin society?
I've never been in a society since I was drummed out of the brownies for smoking in the dunny.
Don't you ever want to get out of here?
What's wrong?
Bloody uppities.
What was that all about?
Oh, I just asked her a few questions.
What about?
About how she feels. You see, I believe it's essential for me to get to know how these women think so that I can help them when they get out.
You picked the wrong one there.
Why?
Farah's a true recidivist, totally institutionalized. I can't see her ever getting out.
Surely that can't be true.
I'm afraid so. And take a tip from me. I know what you're trying to do. But don't try to get too close to these women. Makes it hard to be objective.
Objectivity isn't everything.
In this place, it's another word for self-defense. Mrs. Frawley, I'd like to introduce you to Officer Crookshank. These are two of our helpers.
Well, hello.
How are you?
Nice to meet you both.
How are you managing?
No problems. You've no need to worry about us, Governor.
I'm pleased to hear it. If you do strike any hitches, just ask Mr. Crookshank. He'll put you right. Come to my office when you're ready, would you, Dennis?
Right on, Mrs. Reynolds.
Got a lot of confidence in social workers, hasn't she?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. She just realises that working in a prison isn't everybody's cup of tea, that's all.
Oh, can I get you a cuppa?
Oh, no, thank you, Miss Prentice.
Marion.
Right, I'll be off. Mrs. Frawley? Miss, Marion?
Mrs. Morris told me about your waltzathon, and I think it's a wonderful idea. But you're going about it the wrong way. Look, it's hopeless trying to practice without proper music. It's the rhythm that's important. The dance steps will fall into place then.
Yeah, you were right about that. You know, we tried to get the Sydney Philharmonic, but they hadn't been sentenced yet.
There's no need for sarcasm. I mean, surely some tape music could be arranged.
We had thought of that, but at the moment we're choosing the team. The dance practice will come later.
Yes, of course. It was just constructive criticism. Look, I think your choice of charity is commendable, but I don't see why you're not raising funds for yourselves.
I doubt we'd get sponsors if we pocketed the proceeds.
That's not what I meant. You should be raising funds to help prisoners rehabilitate themselves once they're released from here. Now, I think the best idea
We don't care what you think. Now, you bloody social workers, you're all the same. Your heads are stacked full of theories. I bet you've never met a crim before today. You're just a professional do-gooder, so take your magic theories and peddle them somewhere else. Okay, ladies. 2 parts oil, 1 part lemon.
That's right, Pat. Add just a tinge of sugar. It takes out the acid.
There will be no sugar added to anything while I'm in charge. Don't you realize how dangerous sugar can be? Do you know some of the most serious crimes are being committed because of an excess of sugar?
I think she needs an extra sprinkle.
Look, I did my thesis on this very subject.
Oh, it's all very fascinating, dolls. But I think you should stick to your social work, and I'll run the kitchen, okay? Just a dash of mustard.
I don't know why I waste my time with you lot. You're supposed to add the mustard a little at a time. Oh, look here, give it to me.
Hey, come on.
Oh, heavens, heavens, heavens! Cinderella won't be able to go to the ball now, will she?
I've had enough insults from you and your lot. You did it deliberately. Well, let's see what the governor has to say about this.
Congratulations. Now, I can get along with most people, but she really got up my nose. She doesn't know the first thing about cooking. And excuse me, I think I've picked up a few things along the way. She would know if a blue cheese dressing will lift up and beat her.
I'll have you know I'm an excellent chef as well as a brilliant scholar, and I demand you treat me with the respect I deserve.
That's enough, you two.
The two of them ganged up on me. That's why she threw the dressing over me. They were trying to make me look a fool.
Did you do it deliberately?
I wouldn't waste a good salad dressing.
See what I mean? She should be put on a charge.
There will be no charge.
Why?
Because I don't believe any malice was intended. We'll talk about it later. Return to your duties.
Goodbye.
What's going on? Why aren't you two in the rec room?
God, there is nothing in the rule book that says we have to be in the rec room on our own free time, is there?
Yes, well, I know that. I just want to know what you're doing here.
Was murder. We're looking for a body.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Yeah, well, what do you call that, huh?
All right. Well, why don't we look for him?
Why don't we? Oh, my God.
But Rob Summon's just been murdered, and you say there's no cause for
The
alarm.
women will stay in the recreation room until the police have finished questioning them.
Pity we didn't do that in the first place.
Gladys, it's not Mrs. Reynolds' fault. They're not all murderers. Baker's disappeared. Dennis is looking for her.
Let's pray he finds her quickly. We could start our own newspaper the way things are going. I insist that none of you breathes a word of this to anyone on the outside. This is now an official police matter. Understand?
Is there anything we can do to help?
Baker's missing. We have to do a cell-to-cell search.
I'm not going out there with that murderess on the loose. You can't make me.
We'll split up into two groups. You'll be quite safe.
No, I just want to go home.
If I say we all stay and help out, if we're going to do this job, we may as well do it properly. Can't guarantee much in the way of expertise, though.
No expertise needed. It's just a matter of methodically searching the place.
Fine, well, we best get started then. Come on, Marion, there's work to be done. Unless you'd rather wait here on your own.
And I'm not staying here to be murdered too. Here, out the front, okay? 5 minutes. Ta, bye. You can't make me stay, Mrs. Morris.
Mrs. Reynolds specifically asked you not to breathe a word of this to anyone on the outside.
It was only my mother. She's not going to run off to the newspapers if that's what you're worried about.
That's not the point. Mrs. Reynolds made the request in the interest of prison security.
Prison security? That's a joke.
If word of this does get out, you'll be held responsible. You realise that?